Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Andre from the Opinionated podcast, and I just want to remind you that we are live every Sunday on our Facebook page, and you can find us wherever you stream your music at the Opinionated podcast. So we drop a new episode every Tuesday. So remember to like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy the show. Start my timer. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Opinionated podcast, and we are your host.
I'm cool, Kev. Fucking idiot.
I wasn't looking at him.
Kevin Durant.
And I'm Andre, and we have a special guest.
What's up, man? This is G Lambo, aka Mike Granite. You know, people, some know me, some don't. What's up, y'all?
Some know me, some don't. That is legitimately life right there. Some know me, some don't. It's just
some don't.
Most don't know me.
Nobody knows Dre.
No one. All right. Well, clearly, I'm about to say clearly there's a relationship there, but
yeah. I got a funny story before we start. I don't even know.
Okay,
let's go.
Mike, remember this shit? We was trick or treating that back in Eden Hollow.
Oh shit!
And we was going around, and my fucking brother throws an apple at this nigga and hits this nigga. Like,
we're gonna give all the N-words, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hits Mike with an apple, and he just takes off running. Now, at the time, Mike is 260 pounds, 6'4" linebacker.
Mike was a grown man as a child.
Little child man. So he is pissed that my brother just did this, and my brother just dips on me. I'm like, I'm about to get killed, dog. Like, this is about to annihilate.
Yo. I'll probably, I don't. It might have happened. It might not, man. My memory back in the day, bro. I try to like. For legal purposes, I try to forget, but I don't remember getting hit.
In other words,
a lot of people. It might be, bro. It might be because I don't remember. Like one guy,
Nah.
I'm trying to think. Trick or treat. I remember the biggest thing I remember. I don't even know if I can tell that. Oh no, I can. Trick or treat back in the day. I remember me and a couple of my homies, man. They let us raid the Wawa. That's what I thought you was going to bring up, and I was like,
no. Okay, I wouldn't bring up anything that would put you in criminal way.
I will.
We went,
I will.
The lady that was working there was like, "Go ahead." She was like, "I'm gonna turn around and y'all got whatever." We was picking ice cream, cereal, Oreos, that we rolled out.
I think it was that black lady.
That's like sixth grade.
So
that was the Wawa at the
corner of the peak. I stole from there too.
Everybody stole from there.
It was me, my homie from Eden Hollow. I ain't gonna give his name out, but we all went up there and stole candy, and he got scared and he came out last. He was like, "Yo, the lady said, listen, if y'all gonna steal something, stop being so inconspicuous. Just let her know she won't say anything."
She told us. She said, "Go ahead." She said, "I'm gonna turn around."
God rest her soul.
Enjoy your trick or treat and go have at it. Yo. So that was
that's what I used to go order sandwiches from.
But the apple, man, you just pissed somebody off. I don't know. At the apple, I don't remember that, man. I don't remember nobody.
My brother.
I remember in Philly right before I moved to Jersey in Philly, I got bombed with eggs by these Spanish people, and like it was in the sunroof. And they pulled up on us in a Lexus and just bombed us with eggs. That's all I remember on chicken. It was Mischief Night, the night before Halloween. That's all I remember.
No, it'd definitely been somebody kicking yet after that.
I was like, they hit us with eggs, man. We was slow. It was funny, yo. But whatever, man. But
so let's get into the get into.
We know what you do, but for all the people who don't know what you do, what you got going on?
A little insight.
Oh, right now I want to talk about AMC, man. I have to. The reason. What do y'all know about it? Is what I want to know. Because some people I have to ask. What do you know? What's going on? Do you even know? Did you hear?
Treat us like we don't know. Treat us like we don't know anything. Treat us like we don't know anything.
I would think because of the pandemic. They lost.
Didn't they short TMC or TMC?
No, AMC.
AMC. Yeah, didn't they short it at one point? But I didn't know that was still going on.
Yes. All right. So I don't want the tinfoil hat. You know that saying is like the conspiracy theories and all that. I'm not trying to get into that, but I'm gonna just keep it with all facts. They shorted first GameStop 140%. So 140% of the company was shorted by GameStop. That means they own 140% of the shares, right? Mm. Now what happens with shares is each company is issued a certain amount of shares. AMC, if you stop me if you don't, you know what I mean. So AMC was issued 113 million shares.
Okay.
Right now they have more than that as far as shorted, because what they make is synthetic shares. Synthetic shares is basically, imagine I buy a car cash. So I buy a truck cash, and then I take the title and I make copies of it, and I make like 50 copies, and I go and sell those titles without having the actual car. That's a synthetic share. So that's what they did with AMC. So AMC was shorted more than the company. More the shares make up how to come. Like, imagine you take a company and break it up to 150 million pieces, right?
Right.
So each piece is part of the company. So just like that title is part of the truck, but they're taking fake shares and giving those fake shares and selling them on Robinhood. Payment for order flow. Basically, payment for order flow is you pay Robinhood. They show in your account that you own the share, but you don't really own the share. They give you a fake share.
Oh.
So what they're expecting is anytime I post something online, they're expecting you to say, "Oh, Mike said buy Tesla." They're expecting you to go out and buy Tesla, but they're not expecting you to hold it for too long. So they took your money for a Tesla share, let's say $1,000.
Right.
They're expecting you to sell it and not hold it long term. So when you sell it and not hold it long term, what happens to that money? They keep that money and then they pay you back. Now they just created a fake transaction, just like that truck I told you. Just like the truck at the title. They basically gave you a copy of the title. You don't own the truck. So it's a synthetic, right? So they've done that with AMC. They've done it too much. Basically, they got too greedy. So a lot of investors a year ago, we saw it with GME, made some money off of that. GME went sky high because what we did was we bought the shares and we held them longer than they expected us to hold. So the longer you hold the share becomes valid and the price goes up because that many people buy it. And what happened is the price went parabolic. Parabolic means it took a life of its own. So the shares went. The shares went. I watched AMC. I was right on time for GME, but I was really early for AMC. AMC was $1.75 when it was trading a year ago. $1.75. It was. Let's just say the end of 2020. You were at the highest was $3, right?
Okay.
It shot up that year in 2021. The next year, it shot up in July all the way up to $72 a share, right?
Jesus.
Listen, wait. Listen. No. This happens all the time. This is why I'm online telling people, I'm like, I got a little crazy in the, at first posting gains and stuff like that. So I made a lot of enemies because it was like, oh, it's cap. So I said, if it's cap, I'm gonna buy lobster. It's 365 days in a year, right? I'm gonna buy lobster every day, and I'm gonna.
I watched that.
So then it was like, so it went from cap to just straight hate. So I was just like, you know what?
Wow.
Bro, it started out me saying, I'm gonna do this because I want more people to get in and make this money. Because it's like, I'm like, and there's a risk. So I'm saying, all right, what I do, I only do 1%. But when I saw this GME thing, 140% short, and I saw AMC shorted the way it was and how many synthetics that they had out, I said, oh no, I'm going all in. So I went all in. I made some money back and then I invested back. But I'm not going to get into numbers right now because that should get you really messed up. But
I want to hear those numbers.
You know what? With AMC right now, okay, I have a lot of shares. All right.
Okay.
Now, if AMC, if you say you bought 500 shares for 20 grand, right, when it was at $39 a share, right now it's at $16 a share, somewhere around 16 and 18 is where it hovers because they're shortening it. And let me explain that real quick before I go into how much it should go up.
Please.
When they're shortening it, what they're doing is just like I gave you that example with the car title. I said that I'm gonna take the title and print it, and I'm gonna have like hundreds of titles to tell you guys to give you, but really only one exists, right? So what they're doing with those synthetic shares, they're taking it and selling them back and forth between hedge funds to make it seem like we're selling, but we're not. If you look at OBV real quick, it's called on board volume, right? That's how many people buy and hold. The OBV for AMC is through the roof. The price is going down. The only reason it's going down is because they're making it look like with the algorithm that it's selling off, but people aren't selling. People are holding. People like me are holding. So basically, AMC right now is poised. It could go to the six figures. Now, I can't say that as far as like, I don't like talking about that 6-figure hold, because if it goes up to 1,000, they're going to halt it and they're going to suspend it. Okay. If it goes up to 2,000, that's going to be the government's going to have to come in and pay them back. And what's going on?
Wow.
Let me give you an example. If you look up VW squeeze, Volkswagen squeeze back in 2008, we had the crash. It was because of this. It was the housing market, and it was also because they over leveraged themselves in Volkswagen. They shorted it too much, and people took advantage of it. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the crash happened, and the government had to come in, because once that stock, they're betting on that stock to go down, right?
Right.
If that stock goes up, they lose money. They're losing billions by the day. That's why you look at the stock market right now, and it's all red.
Oh yeah,
I'm
down.
The stock market is completely red. Great buying time, but it's still volatility because of the Russia situation. But what I'm trying to say is Tesla was shorted. Volkswagen was shorted. GME was shorted. Tesla used to be $17 a share. They laughed at Elon. Now it's at what, 800? The top was $1,200 a share. And all I'm trying to say is AMC right now is poised to blow up. And you're not going to find anyone basically in mainstream media basically giving you the information that I'm giving you right now. They think we're a joke. They think we're crazy. But last
money
year,
ain't crazy.
Last year was the biggest year for a lot of our investors on AMC, going from $1 to $72 a share. Yeah. GME going from $4 to $46, then to $480 a share. And it's crazy because I go up to people and they don't have a clue. Like, what happened? They don't even that, like, you hear about GME? Yeah, I heard somewhat. It was like a short squeeze, this and that. Just a normal. It's a wealth transfer. This is going to be the wealth. This is billions of dollars are going to go from hedge funds to regular people. They call us average Joes, the little guy. They call us and that's what's going on. If you even right now, what I'm telling you right now, and you go down the rabbit hole and research and do your own research, you will see this is going to be now it's going to come with repercussions, because I feel like it's going to be a recession. We're going to go. The gas prices are going up. I know it's because of the war. Yeah, which crazy. This war is kind of suspect. I know when the Mari Crown, whatever came out, that was a little like funny. And the way they're scaring you, the scare tactics to let you know what is happening. The news is basically putting out scare tactics. And I know somebody's going, they're putting out scare tactics, but what's going on is these hedge funds, they need to liquidate as much funds as they can to pay back AMC. Well, AMC. That's what's going on.
Let me ask you.
Go ahead.
2 questions.
Yeah,
because I really want to get into this, because I'm really interested in the, obviously I got a little bit of crypto, but other than that, I'm invested with Robinhood. I'm not, with Fidelity or anything like that.
That's where you need to switch. Oh, that's another thing. You need to switch. Robinhood, you have shares. Those shares count. Hold them.
Right.
But when you start buying more shares to affect the price in a positive, so say I just gave you $1 million, right? And
Please.
You was like, hey. Yeah, and you said I want to invest it in your company, right? Let's just say,
come on, man.
Yeah. Let's say your opinionated podcast goes public, right? Y'all happy, y'all popping bottles. It's awesome. I give you $1 million. You want to put it in your stock. You want to invest in yourself, basically, right? When you put it in Robinhood, they're going to give you that title that I just took a copy of. So what's going to happen to the price of your company? It's not going to go up.
It's going to go down.
Because they can take it. It's another thing called dark pools. That's where they take your money that you're invested in Robinhood. They take that money, they put it in dark pools so that they can manipulate the price. So if you took that mill and you was like, I want to make opinionated. All I need is opinion, and I'm gonna get into options in a second. All I need is opinionated podcast to reach $10. And if I put this $1 million in there, we're gonna hit $10. That's gonna make us all billionaires, right?
Right.
You take it and you go to Robinhood. Robinhood is payment for order flow. They're going to take your money and hold it, and they're going to play chicken with it until you sell. And they'll hold it for years. And the price of your company will not move. So what you want to do is you want to call Fidelity, you want to call a broker, you want to say, I want to be on the lit exchange. The lit exchange is meaning when I put $1 in there, I want it to go straight to Wall Street. I don't want it to go to anyone else's hands. Because when you put it in Robinhood and it goes to, which is Citadel, which is a company that, and I'll get into that if you want to, but that's Citadel. If you ever look them up, the CEO is Ken Griffin. He's a nut. He's a maniac. But
Junior?
Anyway, huh?
You're stupid. He said Junior?
Oh, so yeah, because that's the first thing that
Nah, look up Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin is the CEO of Citadels. Okay. You'll see his net worth. He makes about 30 million, I want to say 30 billion a year. Citadel Securities is the largest.
24.8 billion.
Was that a billion? Was that a billion with a B?
Yes, 24.
No. Billion. That's old. That's old. He makes
a B.
What he does, how he makes his money is every time you put money into Robinhood, you get the mindset. You put it in there. They'll for one, if say you want to hold the stock, they'll just skim off the top and take $1 per order. But 9 times out of 10, they know that a lot of people that go on Robinhood do not hold. You're not seeing people on Robinhood holding those stocks for 8, 5, 10 years like I hold stock. They're not doing it. So what's going to happen is you're going to resell it, and they're basically like the title thing that I told you. They're reselling trucks to you and me if I buy. Right. And you're not having a real share. You don't have a real share. What you have is a synthetic share, what we call naked shorting. It's a naked short, and it goes on the it basically. If I gave, like I said, that millionaire idea, right? If I gave you that, right, and you put it into your own company, and they took the money, they basically make money for your company to fail.
Okay.
If you ever heard of options, you can be a short, you can be a bull. I'm a bull. I like to buy. I want companies to grow. Right. These guys, what they do is they use the media, they use shorting, naked shorting to bet on companies failing. That's why AMC is such a big thing, because it was obvious. If I told any of y'all the pandemic's coming and I got the information early, I said there's a virus coming out. And people are going to have to wear masks. They're not going to want to go in crowded places indoors. AMC is you think AMC is a good company to go short on, right? Meaning you're thinking that company's going out of business. If it goes out of business, these shorts, they make billions of dollars for this company to fail. So right now politicians can trade. Right now, your congressman, your senator, they can trade. Their family can trade. So who gets the information about COVID first? They do. So of course they tell their broker. That's insider trading for one. They tell their broker, and the broker finds companies that are going to go out of business. AMC got hit, so they put a bet. They basically put a bet that AMC was going to fail. They put up billions and they lost. Why? Because we stepped in and bought it and shot it up to $72. So crazy. Every time it went up, they lost money. So now they owe us. And while we're holding these shares, they have to buy them back from us, but at a premium. And 500 shares of AMC right now is probably like 10 grand, maybe it's somewhere around there, right? Right. When they have to pay back, the minimum is $2K.
Wait, 2K a share?
A share, the minimum. Because the play has been going on for a year now. The play has been we're long overdue, and they've been doing illegal stuff and manipulating the stock to keep it down. That's why you see everything going down. People are onto it. You go on HBO. There's a HBO special right now that just aired. It's called it's about GameStop. It's a two-part series. It'll explain everything that I'm obviously talking about right now. But we've been doing this. We've been talking about this. It's called Game in the System. It's basically talking about the gamification of the stock market with AMC. They don't go into AMC because AMC is still fresh right now. So I think for legal purposes they don't talk about it. But as far as GameStop, they go deep. They do a deep dive into what happened. But what's happening right now? They keep trying to short the market and push it down, just like they did Tesla. Just like Elon right now is at war with the shorts. What they're doing is they're trying to short the companies because they have a bet that they want these companies to go out of business. But people right now in movies is blowing up. Spider-Man just blew up. Batman just blew up. Doctor Strange is coming out.
Damn so right.
They failed. It's over. The pandemic's over. Now you got Russia going on. And now, prayers to the people in Ukraine. But right now, that's keeping the stock down. So it's looking like, this is because of Putin. Gas prices are going up because of that. No, it's because they were over leveraged in AMC, GME, Nokia, Bed Bath & Beyond. There's several stocks. Sundial. You ever heard of Sundial? Anyone ever heard of Sundial?
Yeah, somebody told me to buy it at one point.
Yes.
No, that's Dial. Sundial is a stock. Dial is
Sundial. So one you watch with it, and one you get high with. Sundial is
Yeah, he said, "Oh, this is
Get
so."
high with that.
No, wait. Before you go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
No, that's
I got a
cool.
lot.
Because you answered one of my questions. I was going to say, what's the point in synthetic
Yes.
stocks or synthetic shares? The other question is, so people can know that you know what you're talking about. Clearly, they already do. How did you get started? Because I want to go into all of that, but I want people to know how you got started into like trading and what really made you jump into it.
The truth is, my wife. My wife got me into it. She basically told me.
That's why you spoil her.
Yep. Of course. Yep. You know, wait. Let me. I'll come back to that. But let me go into basically. I'm a real fan of stats. I've always been. You know, whether it's football, whether it's movies, whether it's video games, I always want to know what the company's doing as far as positive. Like if I'm going to buy the product, I want to make sure it's good, and as far as investing and different things like that. Now, I've always invested like blue chip stocks. You want to say like, okay, you know, you make a couple dollars. You want to take 1%. You want to put it in there. Now, that you make another point. Most stocks, if you look at the stock market, the average stock, you might get like a return of 17%, maybe not even, maybe 3%. Right. Now, John Stewart just talked about it the other day. You know, a savings account, how much do you get as far as interest on a savings account?
0.0001%.
You know that's fraud. You know why? Back in the day, our parents would get like 5%, 6% a year. 5%, 6% a year is what you're getting off of, you know, regular blue chip stock. Right. So what they did was they took away our savings accounts to make us invest. Because once you run into money, once you run into property, you know, right now with the boom with the market, you know, and you got to off properties because, you know, you basically get over leveraged in a positive way. You buy a house for $100K and now it's $500,000. If you want to keep it, but you got all that money in a home, you sell the home. So then what do you do with the money? You put it in a savings account. Well, why? How much are you going to get back? Right. You're going to get back 0.00. So what's the next thing? Hey, come over here to these stocks. Come over there to these shares. Then you invest in those, and then you start seeing Apple, you know, trading at 176 at the high for 2021, 2022. And you're like, you know, and then it went $500 a share, and then they had a split of 5 for 1. So you got for one share, it turned into 5. So you're like, okay, that's, you know, you'll make money off of that. But what is it doing every 5 years? And then you start looking at percentages, and you're like, oh, it only did 150% in 10 years or 5 years. And then you got companies like Tesla doing 16,000%. You got Bitcoin doing 38,000%. So you start your mind starts saying, okay, I could make more money over here. I can move my money to Bitcoin. Maybe I want to go into EVs. Maybe I want to go there. So why is a company like Apple that we all except for me, I don't have an Apple. I'm still Android. Right?
You and him.
Don't feel bad. Yeah.
No, I'm surprised at you though.
No. Apple doesn't let me take my phone, like it lets me take my phone apart, but as far as side load different things back in the day. So gotcha. You know, and I had the first Apple and I liked it or whatever, but Android I can do everything with. Android is like I build PCs, so Android is it more so reminds me of Windows, so that's why I stay with it. But anyway, these companies should have the percentages be high, so that the gain is what they're getting is it's an obvious play. It's almost like, you know, betting against the Harlem Globetrotters. You know, it's guaranteed. Apple is a guarantee. So when they take all your money and they have those synthetic shares, they can get all that money and then say, "Whoa, Apple only did 17% this year." So what did you guys make? What did be? We all invested in Apple. Why did it only do 17? Right. You know, that's the market. That's what happens. But the synthetic shares, they can short it on the dark pools. They can make it go down. They can guarantee they win every time. And now some people may say, I like that 17% from Apple, but guess what they made? Shorten it. Because there's such thing. Everybody thinks about the stock market going green, but when it's red, they make billions.
Right.
It's called options. Options. You can do call options. You can do put options. And you can also short a stock, meaning you buy a share for a cheaper price. Okay. So if I buy Apple, I'm going to just give a fake company. Okay. If I buy, I'm going to give AMC. If I buy AMC at $1.75, right? Right. And AMC falls to $1. I just, as a short, when I give it back to them, I bank 75 cents per share that I bought.
Yeah, because you bet.
So I just But imagine, but like what we did, we saw them. That was an easy play because of the pandemic. So what we did was, hey, you know what? What if it went up? What if we bought 10,000 shares and it went up? And 1 million of us did it. What then? We bleed them out. And then you know what they did last year? I don't know if you guys noticed, but they took away the buy button on Robinhood.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
What?
I had Robinhood. Yeah, I couldn't buy. I was trying to buy certain stocks. It's like, no, you're not buying that. Because I seen a couple posts you put up to say go buy this. I'm like, okay, what was it? It was a Bitcoin. I tried to go buy it. They said
Dogecoin.
No,
we're gonna talk about that too.
I
know you got some stuff to say.
No, I told my dad to buy. I told my dad to buy
Dogecoin. Your dad told you.
No, I told my dad to buy Dogecoin. I'm looking at him like, look how low it is. All you need is to go up a certain percentage, get rid of it quick, because that's what they do with the crypto. But he told me a stock to go buy. I seen it. I'm like, I went there to buy button on Robinhood. This shit said no. I'm like,
now with Dogecoin, that Dogecoin crypto is 24/7.
That's why we got to go with Ameritrade.
So what happens with what happens with crypto when it gets really popular and it's surging? Sometimes the buy button's gone because of traffic. The site goes down. That's still some fraud in there. Because I'll tell you this real quick, and I'm gonna use real numbers. I was making $900 every 20 minutes on Shiba Inu.
Yeah, that's what you told. That's what you told me to buy, and I could not get my hands on that shit.
Excuse me, what?
I couldn't get my hands on it.
I posted it. I didn't keep it a secret. I posted it.
No, can you repeat those numbers again?
$900 every 20 minutes on the dime. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm trying to tell people while I'm cashing out. And guess what happened?
They took the buy.
Out of nowhere, Coinbase just is shut down.
Yeah, bro. When you posted that, I went right. I was seeing what you were doing. I said,
wait. And there's a sad story though. Now that was fun. That was for a week, and then that weekend I could have kept doing it. Right? I lost almost a quarter of what I would have made. I made the money that I made, but I would have made more. They took about a quarter of my profits throughout the week because then it crashed. It completely went from. It was all the way up to. It had zeros in front of it, so I'm just gonna say the number amount. It was at an 8. I bought in. It was probably like 6 zeros somewhere around there, or 7 zeros. Then it got almost a 4. Then it almost got the 3. It was about to be a 3 zeros, and that's when I was cashing out all the way up until then. Then all of a sudden, Coinbase just I went in there, and my account was just complete. Like I didn't have an account. I was trying to go back in, and I had money that I was losing. I was sitting there, I'm stressing, I'm calling them. They're like sending me tweets. They're sending little messages out. We're sorry because of maintenance. We have so many people, whatever.
That's crazy.
And then once I got back in, I did the math because they don't really tell you on there. So, and that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to come at Coinbase. I made enough money on Coinbase that I'm not mad at them, but that was Saudi. It was for the new investor because, all right, put yourself in my shoes.
Right.
When I look at this 24/7, you don't call me up and I'm not staring at crypto or I'm staring at stocks. That's if you see me doing something else, then it's like I'm in Disney. Okay. But so I'm watching it nonstop. And I knew the run up was coming. And when it came, I took advantage of it. But it happens so fast that when I go to tell someone, they buy in and then they buy in I'm like, wait. I want you to look at it, but you might have missed this one, but you might need to wait for another one to come up. I say, be careful because when it's running up, when it's green and everyone's talking about it, it's not the time to buy.
Right.
That's not, but I have to let you know what's going on because I'm not going to promote, like right now I'm promoting AMC. I'm still promoting Shiba. I still love Shiba. I'm promoting Satima. That's another one that I'm in love with. I love Satima. I promote SafeMoon. When they're running up in there right now, if I tell you to go get it, it's going to be like me like telling you to, I don't know, invest in my cousin Maul because I think he can rap. Give him $100.
Give him $100.
You're gonna look at me. You're gonna be like, I don't know, man. But then when it hit the news, you're gonna be like, oh shit, he knew what he was talking about. But then when the peak media is gone, then you come back and look at me. I'm like, Satima, but I don't. But you have that feeling. It looks like every other one you made money on, but we still have to find out when Lambo. We don't know.
So let me ask you, when is
it comes?
How do you go about researching because that's what happened to me. Like I'm I'm gonna go into a little bit. I don't know if y'all want to.
Because
because I got I seen you. I got a cousin who's really into like crypto, but like passively, you know what I'm saying? And a couple like friends that's in that space, like stocks and crypto. And what'll happen is they'll be like Dogecoin, which we are going to talk about. Dogecoin, Dogecoin, whatever they call it. I heard it, went to buy it, goes flat. You know what I mean?
What I'm talking.
I got me some Shiba too.
Yeah, you like Benny the Butcher is my favorite rapper, right? One of my favorite rappers. Benny, Conway, I love West, right? Long time, 2 years ago, I was telling people like, yo, Benny is my favorite rapper. Right now, he signed with Def Jam. We don't know what happens with labels. So if he falls off and I told you to sign, I like them, you're like, oh man, you gave me this whatever. It's like, well, I liked them a long time ago. I didn't know he was going to sign to Def Jam. I don't know what his future looks like. I can't tell I can only go by data from a while ago. Now, how I do it, how I research.
Right.
There's a site called it's a couple sites. It's one called PooCoin, which sounds crazy. I go on there. Wait. All right. Remember mixtapes? Y'all remember the mixtape area? All right. Yeah. Remember you at the end of a DJ Whiteout, somebody get a freestyle, they get DJ Whiteout.
Papoose was found on there. A lot of people that they be the last dudes, but
that's PooCoin. PooCoin is the end of a Whiteout album or any hot mixtape album. This guy that they know is hot, they're gonna let him get a 16 or something. That's PooCoin. You'll find those 16s there on PooCoin because the PooCoin they call them PooCoin because it's shit coins.
Right.
But they're coins that you have to go and watch to see what they do in the minor leagues or in high school. You need to go watch them. And then some of those coins, if they make it out of PooCoin and they make it on coin market cap, then you know that okay, we got a future LeBron, we got a future, you know what I mean? We got something because they have to graduate from PooCoin.
I got a question. Go ahead. No. After you get done, I was telling him I had a question.
I'm good.
Shut up.
Oh yeah, no. Sorry, y'all.
I'm not telling niggas shut up. He can always cut people off when it gets hot.
Well, no, cut me off because I ramble. My wife in the back, like Mike, shut up, let him talk.
That's this guy right here. I love Noriega drink chance, but this is Noriega.
Well, no, I'm asking a question that will forward the story.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
I once was told that once a coin hits, say you messed up my whole
hit
joint.
Coinbase, bro.
Hit Coinbase, that it's already too late once it hit Coinbase.
It depends, and that's where you got it. It's trial and error. It depends when it gets on Coinbase. The only reason you feel that way because a lot of people like me who bought it on PooCoin, we're cashing in. We bought it so low when it hit Coinbase. That's like the championship. That's the Super Bowl. We got to celebrate. We got to cash out. Wow. And let me, for tax purposes, let's go back. When I say cash out, you can convert a coin to another coin that is not selling, so you do not pay taxes.
Ooh,
if anybody wants to quote me on that, they can. You do not. You can do whatever. You could go in the H&R Block, wherever everybody go get they Jackson Jewett, whatever the name is. Jewett. That's it. Jackson Hewitt.
Yo. Oh my gosh.
You can go into there. You can go into there and you can ask them. They're probably going to be like, I don't know. Let me get back to you. You might want to let me see it. How much you got in?
Wow.
But you do not. The rich, the way the rich stay rich, they put all their cash into assets, and then they borrow money from it. As far as they take out loans, that's how the rich stay rich.
Debt.
Yeah, I just try to keep all debt down and just take out what you need sometimes. That's the best way I feel like. But conversion is the big. Whenever you think taxes, I converted it. Whenever I say, sometimes I'll say sell, cash out, because you can convert it to U.S. currency. There's a crypto that actually mirrors U.S. currency. So if the dollar is still worth $1, you can convert your Bitcoin to this dollar, and it's still worth $1. So does that make sense? So if I take $900, put it into this U.S. crypto that mirrors American money, it says it's like a bank account, but it's no tax. Okay. And that's why us crypto people are always fighting for. I want to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. I want to be able to go to the movies with Shiba Inu because you can take that U.S. crypto coin And that's why the government is trying to make their own exchange, trying to make their own crypto, because they want people to put their money in to, but then they're going to probably short it. But
they're going to dip in it, like always.
Oh shit!
And I believe Bitcoin is being shorted right now because they can short Bitcoin. They can.
Really?
They can they're systematically. Blockchain cannot be hacked. Blockchain cannot be hacked, but an exchange can be. Does that make sense? So
go further into that. Go further into that.
What is block? Yeah,
all right. Oh, okay. Say I built you a computer, right? And I send it to you. It's a PC, and you're like, Mike built me this computer, right?
Yeah.
And in the computer, I got software in it, right? And anytime you hook it up to the internet, you can go online, right? So the computer can't be hacked, but somebody could walk in, kick you in the teeth, and take $10 out of your pocket. So that's you're the exchange. The computer, it's on the net, and it's blockchain. It's very sophisticated. It's highly intelligent. It's never had a where it crashed, blockchain crashed. No, blockchain is unhackable. Okay, knock on wood. So it just keeps going around and moving around from different country to country, so that people in the encryptions change. It can't be hacked, but exchanges can. So see where they can manipulate it. You make an exchange, right? Now I'm probably going too far here, but
no, go.
You make an exchange, right, that trades crypto, right? And then you buy so much crypto. So you buy billions and billions of crypto. And then you just sell it and cash it out. What happens to Bitcoin? Bitcoin crashes. Does that make sense?
Is that what happened earlier?
That's what's happening now. No.
Okay.
No, that's happening now because more people, they don't trust NASDAQ. They don't trust Wall Street. They want to move their money to crypto. People are moving. I saw, you can see these exchanges. You can go online and actually look at crypto wallets. You can see mine. You can see other people. Now, I would have to tell you which one is mine because it's all coded, but you can see my wallet. You can literally see everyone's wallet. So, and there's also Twitter accounts that basically monitor when money is moved. So if I take Bitcoin and I move it to Ethereum, it's public information. And you only care if it's a certain amount. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even
on
exchange. Even on PooCoin, I can go on PooCoin, and if it's a coin that I like you said, research, I can see how many people like it. I can go on Google Trends. I can go on Google Trends and see how many people are talking about AMC. It's all public information, just like the wallet. The wallets are. That's why people like it, because the transparency. If I'm a multi-millionaire, right, and I'm being transparent of where I'm moving my money, where it's going, I can't start no wars. I can't do any money laundering. I can't embezzle anyone. It's public. That's why a lot of people don't like it. But at the same time, it's safer. It's way.
I think the old way was a lot of people was getting away with. That's how they became rich. The old way was inside trading and all that shit. That's how they became rich. And it's like
it's only inside trading is only illegal.
Yeah, I know, but keep you dummies in the dark. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Move this money around. Man.
But if everybody was on the blockchain, we can't do that. I can't tell you. I can't be like, I don't like the NRA, and then you go on the blockchain and you see I'm moving money into their crypto, into their exchange. You'd be like, oh, you're bullshitting, you're lying. And you know what? A lot of politicians, Nancy Pelosi, or every investor, if you don't follow her, then you're crazy. She beats the market every year. She knows what's going on. They make different policies and different things like that. Everything is about the market. Anytime somebody say, nah, man, it's about the market. They want to control. Everything's about, you can trace everything to the market. Every fucking thing. You know what? That guy, Ken Griffin, I just told you about?
Yeah.
Google this. There's a guy that's following Elon Musk, his private jet, right? He can basically see wherever Elon Musk goes. So Elon got mad off from $50K to take it down. Then Elon declined it because he said if he gives him $50K, somebody else will track it. Yes. And he has to pay them too. So this person tracked Ken Griffin, the CEO of Citadel. Now here's where this is the X-Files music you got to play. But it makes sense. So when Amari crime was failing and it started feeling like, nobody's worrying about it. It's like the flu, it's whatever, and I'm not saying I'm not going into the conspiracies, whether COVID and all that. I respect, everybody who passed from it, who had it and all that stuff. I believe in the virus. But I'm saying when the media was losing people's attention of being afraid of it, I said to myself, what's the next thing they can do? I said, because they're going to have to pay us when the market recovers. This AMC is going to go to $30 again, and they're going to be out billions of dollars. I'm like, what? They got to do something. They need something. So right when I thought AMC was going to do the short squeeze and we was all going to be multimillionaires, a warehouse burns down in Chicago. You can Google it.
With all the paperwork, I seen that. With all the paperwork, I seen that happen. Yeah, they couldn't.
So,
stairs warehouse and nowhere just burned down.
Wait! It burned down, but then no one talked about it. It wasn't on national news. It was part of Fidelity's files and different stock exchanges that had files there. Okay, that happened that day. But in the same day, Ken Griffin flies to Finland, right? And then supposedly they're like, why is he going to Finland? And then he's not far from the Russian border and all that. I know he has ties to Russia. And then the next week, Putin invades Ukraine. Now, I'm just saying that I saw that and I was like, wait a minute, something's weird, man. Like if I seen one of y'all come from somebody's house, right, and y'all had a problem with me or something like that, right? And I'm like, oh, he coming from such and such house. And then the next week, such and such punched me in my damn mouth, and I knew you had a problem. I'm kind of putting the shit together. You know what I mean? So the market, and then the market immediately crashes because of what's going on in Ukraine. And I'm like, they were supposed to pay us if AMC hit $25, $35, which it should have around that time, but we have to wait because we got to wait for the fear in the market. People don't invest when it's uncertainty. Right. So people do not invest. When something seems fishy, you don't put your money in. When something seems funny in the world, something's going on, I don't care what it is. If it makes national news, if R. Kelly escaped, people are not going to invest.
Oh, shit.
If he got out, we're going to be like, oh, he's going to put out a tape. But
oh shit! Right, wait, hold your money, R. Kelly.
That's exactly what they're going to say.
What I'm saying is, what is one? You didn't watch the stock. I don't know if y'all watched the stock market when Cosby was going. I know I'm talking crazy, but when Cosby was going through his thing, you didn't watch the stock market was red. It was going, and then it was going up. It was uncertain because anytime there's something going on, the market feels it. Now, when nothing's going on, and you're looking on the news and they talking about this guy just flew the highest kite in the fucking universe, right, the market will shoot up because they're certain that it's nothing going on right now. But remember, Ken Griffin makes money whether it goes up or down. But right now with this play, he's over leveraged in this one. He can't get out. The lower it goes, I'll buy more. If AMC, and you go, I'll post this. If AMC goes to single digits, $8, $9, I'm buying 1,000 shares. I'm buying another 1,000, and there's millions of people that feel the same way, or still buying now. Every time you get an extra dollar, you buy more, because every time and that's a whole nother topic on buying the dip. I don't advise buying the dip. I always say 1% of whatever your yearly income is or whatever. Just if you got 1%, that's not going to cripple your whole. And some people go, yo, look, I'll be like, how much you put in? They'd be like, $9,000. I'm like, how much you make a year? Don't do that. No, try to stick with 1%. If you can stick with that, man, you'll be fine.
So all right. Because we got some information here. I didn't know we was going. I just got taught a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. I didn't know that war is coming because of that.
And right now, I'm not making theories. These are all facts. You can go look at all this stuff. This stuff is public. This stuff is, and I can tell you, I can almost sometimes depending on what these hedge funds, when you watch Nancy Pelosi, what they invest in, you can predict the future. And I'll be like, damn, I was right. And it's like sometimes it's like if it was just us four, right? And we're trading around and we're playing Monopoly or we're just fucking around. We could probably, y'all know each other probably better than I know y'all, right? Yeah. And you know certain people that are in your circle better than, so that's the market. Once you start knowing these companies, that's how it feels. It's like, I know what you need this week. So when I see you over here, I'm like, oh, he said he needed a cut, so he going over to the barber. He going this way. Oh, he said he was thinking about whatever with Bitcoin. So when I see him on his phone, he probably on Twitter looking up. So you kind of know what these people are doing because of what they invest in, because of what's going on that week, man. And it helps you invest, but at the same time, to everyone. That's why I stick with the 1%, because you can lose money. What you become is a bag holder. And bag holding is not that bad. I'll tell some people bag holding is horrible if that's all the money you have. But if you got say you made 10 grand this week and you bag holding 1,000, every time that 1,000 goes into the green, take $100 out. And then when it goes into the red, buy back in. And then when it goes into the green, take another 100. What did you just do? You didn't lose any money technically, right. and you're making back the money you lost. So how is it? That's why a lot of stuff. Anytime somebody give me anything, a negative reason to go into the market, except for corruption, which is messed up, and that's what we're trying to fix. Right. Anytime somebody give me a negative thing about the market or fear or something like that, it's somebody trying to hire them. Does that make sense?
Explain that to me, please.
Okay, if you're a manager, you start telling your manager that you invested in crypto and you made $1,000 a day, and he only pays you 25.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Word. Got you.
So when you hear negative, when somebody says, "Oh, you're crazy for doing that," they're either trying to hire you, or they trying to get information from you, or it's I don't know. Usually, because I don't see. Every time somebody gives me a negative about the market or about trading, I can give you 10, 15 more positive.
They're usually broke, right? That's what it sounds like to me.
You know what? Broke is the wrong word, because a lot of these investors that you look at that have assets are in debt, but they're still. You get if I count broke as if you're out of all your assets. If you don't have 1,000 shares of Apple, you don't have 2,000 shares of Nvidia or 4,000 shares of Tesla. That's broke. That to me, because cash is, and that's a whole nother whatever. Cash is really
trash.
It's not doing nothing. It's not trash. It's trash, but what can you?
No, I say Grant Cardone says that.
No, but you know when cash was basically a way so you didn't have to. When they made cash, it was so you didn't have to ride around with gold. Like it was a gold investment. Say this $500 note is $500 worth of gold. But
now we're not backed by gold.
But it's just worth. You can go to the bank. I give you this note. You give me my $500 worth of gold. But they done play with the money so much that is losing its value to what is worth. It's supposed to be worth in gold.
One stock of Apple is worth more than whatever the price is right there, in my opinion.
Damn.
And tell me where I'm wrong. I'll give you 3 reasons why I'm right. Even if it goes to $10, it's going to go back to 12. So what? You got $2. Then when it goes back to 10, you buy back in, and then it go back to 12. You got another $2.
Right.
Hey.
So it don't matter how much. It don't matter how much you bag hold. How much cash do you need? How much does a great job pay? How much does a great job pay? I could tell you 5 or 6, 7 assets that see that in a week and then drop back down and go up and up. What some people make. Like you look at Google, Samsung, the price of one stock of Samsung. Google, the price of one share of Berkshire Hathaway. Like, and every time they move, people will sell and buy back in. Bitcoin. Right. If Bitcoin goes to 50K, then back to 20K, you made 10 because you take the 10 out, wait till it go back down, buy back in, then when it goes up, sell again. That's why some people get upset when Bitcoin dropped to $20-something thousand. I'm celebrating because I'm buying more. I'm holding it, I'm buying more. And then when it goes up, whatever I need as far as for living expenses or something like that, I'll take out just that.
That's how my dad was doing. My dad, when he bought Dogecoin, he buy it low, he sell it when it gets high, sell a little bit of it off, pay his bills, and go right back into it.
Yeah. And if you're good with your money, if you get in a system, like whatever job you do, and you get in a system and a structure of it, you really don't care what the price of Bitcoin is. Somebody will say, "Yo, they'll come to me, they'll call me." I know you fucked up. Yo, you see where Bitcoin is at? I'm like, no, man, because it will go back. It'll rebound.
Who created Bitcoin?
Satoshi Nakamoto, whatever his name. We don't know really. I believe the CIA did.
You think so?
I think so. Somebody within the CIA. Somebody within here's why. Here's why. Right. The money, they printing money right now, right? Jerome Powell's printing money. He's making money and it's not backed by anything. And he's sending it out to people, right? Sending stimulus checks. They're doing all types of stuff. I feel like that's just, to me, that feels like somebody just money laundering to me. And the reason why I say that is, here's why. Because once they print the money and they use the money, they take assets for people to go back and put the money back into the economy. Whether they buy something, whether they pay a bill, you're putting it back into the companies that they own already. So when they buy bonds and they give you $1 trillion, you put the money, where else you gonna spend it? Unless you send it to crypto, but not everybody, plastic items, whether it's made of plastic, leather, I don't care. People value items more than cash. But these people who love cash, they know they're gonna get it back. And it's washing money. We don't know where they get. I know they tell you where they print the money and where they get it from, but you don't know where they get that money from. They can get it from, and then I know I probably get flagged on this one. They can get it from cartels. They can get it from terrorists. They can get it from anyone. Give it to us. We wash it through the system. They get it right back. They never spend a dime. The deficit. They do the same thing I do. If the deficit is something trillion, they don't really care. It's just there, so you have to worry about it. But the money is safe, and if they print $1 trillion skid worth of money and give it to us, we giving it right back because they own all the bonds, they own all the hedge funds that's screwing us with AMC. They get paid from all that. It all comes back. It doesn't make it, and then they got the media. And I'm not trying to be one of these conspiracy theorists because I hate because I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm just going off of what I see. The media literally will talk about, I'm making money. I'm doing Shiba Inu. I'm doing this. They talking about stimulus checks. Why didn't I say what I'm saying? And then people telling me, oh, you bullshitting. That didn't happen. And I'm showing you. It's happening. Why is the news not saying, hey, guys, put such and such, do this, do that, do that. Now I know it's liabilities there because it's liabilities when I talk about it. You're responsible. But I'm talking while I'm doing it, and then we're watching it, and then the news gets it late. And then tell you not to do it. And then they tell you not to do it. They tell you to get away from it. They tell you, every time I hear somebody talk about AMC or anything like that, oh, is it still going on? Is it? Yes, it's actually right now, they're spending billions to talk me out of doing it. Billions of dollars. You go online, there's things called shills. Have you ever heard of a shill? A shill is basically, if I want to spread information, I could go to I'm not going to say where you go, but I can go to a company, I can buy bots, and I can buy people from other countries $1, $1.50 to go online for an hour and tell you to hate me. And I can get 1,000 people to do that. And they'll tell you, this guy's horrible. He's the devil. He's evil. And right now, Citadel, it's a fact. I don't care if anybody want to quote me on or whatever. Every day they're in every thread, every investment thread telling you why you're stupid for buying AMC. Now, why? Why do you care? Have you ever woke up and was like, you know what? I want to tell Mike AMC sucks. Whether you have money in or unless you lost money in or.
But still,
It's because of theater. It's like, oh my gosh, no, never.
You might tell me on Facebook, but would you track me down on Twitter? Would you go on Twitter and that's and then when I look at your Twitter, all your tweets, every tweet is stop selling AMC, stop buying AMC, stop buying AMC. You're stupid for buying AMC. You're like
sabotage, man.
And then there's hundreds of them, and then you ask them, you say, "Are you in this play?" So you know what? If I'm not an AMC, where you want me to go? Oh, you're stupid. Make it go away.
Wow.
I've seen bots before.
So I'll be like, hey, help me. Tell me what, some of them aren't robots. Some of them are people. They're literally paid to go online. Well, no, they pay. Now it's illegal to do this, but the company, they get one person will go on Telegram. They'll get a whole bunch of people. They'll say, $1 an hour, $10 a day, $30 a week. And I need you to go flood this live stream. I need you to go flood this. I need you to pump this up. I need you to say this, and I need you to preach this.
Yeah, you go to a third world country and they got their hands on some type of technology, a computer. Oh, why wouldn't they do it? They'll sit there all day looking for this.
Yeah,
my work. This is my job.
You ever see the Instagram cell phone rooms where the room's full of like you got 1,000 cell phones on the wall and they all liking posts and they all the phones do one. You know, you got one phone controlling all of them.
Farms.
Exactly.
The farms. Yeah. I saw that on.
They do that. They did that with. I said one time, dude hit me up like, "Oh, I get your podcast plays up." I said, "All right, let me just see how this works."
We told him not to do it.
I just did it. It was.
You know what? I'm not. You know what? I'm not against bots for promotion. That I'm against. You know what? I'm only against the ones where they're trying to misdirect people to save their own ass and mess with somebody's pocket. Now, if you're going out saying, "Hey, listen to my podcast," positive. You're going out saying, you know, do what you're doing right now. Don't make any money. Get away from this play because I want to convince you to go to another play. That's.
Hey, I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I was just trying to hurt nobody.
Or sabotage. I need you to sabotage a company. I need you to sabotage a company so that I can make money on their downfall. That I'm against. I don't like that.
Yeah, I learned about those streaming farms on a show called Silicon Valley. They used to come on HBO. I didn't know they existed until I saw that, and I was like, "Yo, they really have people that go in there, and it's a crazy, it's weird that bot."
And now with Telegram, you could do it for the positive, you could do it for the negative. I tried to one time with Dogecoin. I put together a group, and it was a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, it was just me going around telling my thing about, hey, come to this Telegram and let's buy Dogecoin. And after a while, I just was like, you know, I can't do this. It's somebody who just like they just sit and just literally like
all day
a network all day. And You know what? Power to them. They make money doing it. You know, if it's somebody they're good with going online talking to somebody, and it sounds scammy to me, but it's like, you know, it is what it is. If they found a positive way to make, you know, bring money into their house, you know, I'm good. And they're not promoting, you know, racism or
sometimes they do.
Or that Pizzagate stuff. I'm good. I don't care.
What? So let me ask you a question. If I am a regular man, I am. But if I'm a regular guy, I make a regular salary.
We black men, we gods, man. We all got now. Yo, I don't want to get into that.
Oh no, we kings. You know what I'm saying? Fix your crown. But like if we're just, you know, working,
there's only one God. It was
working Americans. Yeah, right. Working Americans. And we trying to get in right now. Like, what would your advice be to a person that's like
Joe.
What?
The average Joe.
The average Joe. The average Kevin.
Who's your favorite sports team?
The Eagles.
That you ride for. Oh, damn. Yeah, Eagles. All right. So the same way we kind of know all the players, to kind of know, you know, when the game come on and we see a formation, we know what play they're gonna run. That's what you got. You got to find. I advise maybe not AMC. Right now, I would get in it, but it's so hectic right now. You got whatever you put into it, be prepared for it to drop down and be prepared for it to be in the red, you know. But if say you want to do long term or you want to do swing trades, if you're doing swing trades, meaning like you only want it for a couple months or a week or so, make a quick buck, get out, and then get back in something, learn as much as you can. Learn, go to Yahoo Finance, Market Watch, Bloomberg. Now, a lot of that stuff you got to read between the lines. Like you kind of got to do it just like sports. Some of the stuff, though, sports sometimes give you a lot more than what you need. But like as far as people's backgrounds and different things like that. But the media sometimes will give you whatever Jim Cramer's promoting, just buy the opposite. and here's why.
Jim Cramer.
People, yeah. People, anytime he promotes something, they're about to sell it. I'm promoting AMC, right? I want you to buy it because when it run up, I want to sell it.
The guy that be in the room going crazy with all the stuff behind him.
That guy.
Sell, buy,
you know, right before Facebook fell, he told me on Facebook that a week before Facebook dropped 30-40%, he told people to buy.
Damn.
Because he works for hedge funds. He need people to off stuff. He need people to off shit.
Oh.
Like if I say I'm holding something and I really want to make, I got a lot of it, man. So if I get a little buzz going, I'm gonna make millions. That's what they do, and then they sell. It's called a pump and it's literally it's literally a pump and dump. If you promote AMC, I tell everyone if AMC go to, I'm gonna keep some, but if AMC go to 10 grand a share,
how likely is that?
You don't know what I'm doing.
How likely is that though?
No bullshit. If it ever gets, it's one of those things. If it's too good to be true, some shit's about to go down. So I believe that if it starts running up and it's in the news again and it goes up to like $200-$300, $500, $600, the government is going to step in. They have to, because the company that is heavily shorted on it, they hold up the foundation, they hold up pensions, they hold up other businesses. It's like Bernie Madoff all over again, times a million. It's VW times 1,000. They are over leveraged in AMC. They have, you could Google this, 65 billion shares sold that they don't own.
Oh shit.
And you can go online. It's because all this information for tax purposes, we coming up on tax, they have to report it. 65 billion. So that means they sold 65 billion titles when there's only one.
Yeah, they don't. Wow.
And because and the thing about it is that number is so important. It's because they sold them, and that number should go down, because when it goes down, meaning the real share was accounted for. That means 65 billion shares are not accounted. The number keeps going up. And from 2001 till today, how long I've been in this AMC play, right? Well, 2020 really, but let's just say 2001, right? 2021. They have been selling shares that they don't own, and they've been on dark pools, been going back and forth to manipulate the price. Now, what they do in the dark pools, I don't want you to miss this because this is important. What they do when the price goes up $10, $5, they can take millions of synthetics and sell them on the dark pool to make the price collapse.
What the heck?
When we're all still holding them, when I could go into my portfolio and show you I've never sold, I've only been buying. Wow. And I'm not alone. There's millions of people like me out there that are sitting there like, I'm never selling until they cover. What cover means is they come up with the shares. They have to give the synthetics back, but they can't cover until they have my shares. So what they have to do is they have to buy it. They have to entice me to sell, and we're not selling. And we're just going to keep buying until the price reaches God. And God says, you should sell your shares. And then I already got the whole thing planned. I have several different whatevers. I'm gonna just sell some. I'm gonna keep some in, and then they're gonna hopefully give us dividends and different perks for being a shareholder and different things. So I'm not selling. We know a lot of people aren't selling all of them. So it's like it's a short squeeze. The VW squeeze. You can look that up. VW went from $200 down to $75. Then it shot up to $1,000 a share.
Yo, what Bernie Madoff do?
Bernie Madoff was basically payment for order flow. Like, so remember I told you the title situation? Like I said, you get the fake titles, but he didn't have the truck. He was basically setting up a whole, like you go on the stock market, you go on different things, you see the price of Apple. He had fictitious numbers. He had a whole system. So when he got caught because of the housing bubble burst, supposedly. So everything went down and his stock stayed up. So they investigated and was like, why are your stuff still up? And he didn't get caught until the housing bubble. So when people were going to collect, so it's like you give me $1 million and I'm telling you everything's good, we're doing great. And then you start doing bad because everything, your business is closing, no one's buying shit, houses are depreciating. So you come to me because I got my thumb up and you're like, Mike, I need that $1 million, give me that back. And I done gave it to other people. I done paid other people, and then I don't have your $1 million. I don't have it because every time you was giving me money, I was paying other people.
No, I'm on
and then I was pocketing my share. And he made billions, $50 billion. He made $50 billion. And guess who made payment for order flow? Guess who created it? Yes, Kevin. Come on, you know.
The Google man?
No, take a big guess.
Who ordered it for Bernie? Hold up.
Donald Trump?
No, it was Donald Trump. It was probably at the time of
Not Bernie Sanders. Bernie Madoff. I said Bernie Sanders. Bernie Madoff made payment for order flow. He created it. That's his baby.
Wow. That's a lot of corruption.
So 2008, people who missed out on the VW squeeze, who missed out on houses falling and didn't buy those houses that are now $1 million for 200,000.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time. Now the houses are high. You see the houses. You see certain homes should be worth 60K. They're worth 600K. You see some house. You see rates so low. You see all these remodels. You see all this borrowing. You see all this. This is what's going on. It's VW all over again. But this time it's bigger. Because you know why? Because we have Twitter, we have Facebook. I'm here. We're on the damn thing talking right now. There's more people in this play. They have no clue how to get out of this play unless I sell. We sell.
Damn. Which is not going to happen. I wonder what they're going to do, man.
Give him money.
They can, because they're gonna do something. So
I know. I know what they have. I know what they have to do. What they did
start
before.
A war.
Yeah. Crash
to prevent from paying. Start a war.
What happened when we had the first war in Iraq? Like after that, what happened next? After that was everything.
We were still in Afghanistan. Though. That lasted forever. Yeah, and now this Russian thing. My theory. And I might be wrong on this. This is just me. This is a theory now. So I think that with this Russian war and with them sanctioning Russia and depleting them to shit, they're going to buy everything up and then act like nothing happened once they leave Ukraine. And then Russian economy is going to go back to normal and they're going to make a ton of money because they'll own everything. If I wanted to buy your neighborhood, I'd go and I'd probably, this is going to sound morbid, but if I wanted to buy your neighborhood or somebody's neighborhood, I would go and create some kind of chaos in your neighborhood to scare everybody out. Everybody sells. And then help you out. And then all the houses go down to 100K. I'm like, I had let's just say I had 500,000. I bought 500 houses. I just create some kind of fear. Everybody leaves, just like the Russian with the sanctions with Ukraine. Everybody leaves. The houses get cheap. I go in and I'll be like, oh, the fear it wasn't even here, and I buy everything. and then when it goes back to normal, I sell.
They're making money.
Yeah, same thing would happen. That's what they do with the whole. You ever hear gentrifying?
Gentrifying?
Think about it. Think about it. But think about how they do. They move people from they moving everybody from Section 8 and everything like that. They pushing them all out from Camden to Sicklerville.
Oh, I'll be seeing that in Philly too. It's crazy.
They pushing them out to Sicklerville. They're gonna
you see Kensington? Have you ever really walked down Kensington?
Oh yeah, I work in there. Yeah, I work there. Yeah.
Have you see the buildings that don't have the windows, but the front is kind of like it looked like it's like somebody remodeled it, but the build. Now I'm getting too far. I'm not gonna go into that. That's just a theory. It's all a theory.
I see that all around Philly. All around Philly, you see. I'm wondering where the hell all these millionaires are, because when I say I'm going around Philly and I work for a security company and I gotta drive all around Philly now.
Yeah.
When I say it's big, ginormous, 3-story, just massive houses being built all around Philly, I'm like, dog, I don't know who got all this money, but when I say there's more than, at least that what I've seen over the past couple months, a couple thousand. Yeah, and I'm not exaggerating. A couple thousand houses.
Well, I found out.
Fix the roads. Yeah.
I found out.
They won't fix the roads.
They won't. Because you know what? A lot of times that reminds me of like they need to just relocate money somehow, and housing is the best way to do it. So if like you make a crazy amount of money, and you might want to like offset the taxes, you might do like a couple rentals and flips and stuff like that, and then just let them sit into the market, recover, and then sell. But I'm finding out that it's not average Joes, man. I'm finding out in my city that it's companies, man. 80% are companies. Like we thought we had a boom with like people moving here, which we do, but we're thinking people moving here and buying homes. It's companies, it's big fortune, it's hedge funds and
where you at?
I'm in Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah, man. I love this city. But that's a whole nother story. But when I first moved here, the average home was like between 70 and 116,000. Like that's 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Now the average house, I think, is somewhere around like over 300,000. But that's just like a old 1980 joint. New houses, you're looking at 800 and up.
That's crazy.
Nah.
But I'm finding out
Madoff messed that up.
I'm finding out Zillow's buying them. There's and then they messed up their money somehow. Redfin. There's another one called Arrow. There's a whole bunch of companies. Like I'm going and looking, and I'm thinking like, okay, we eating here, like no one. I'm like, oh, they rent. Oh, you rent. Oh, you rent. Oh, you rent. Oh, you rent. Oh, nobody. Who? It's all companies. It's all companies.
I heard they did it like like how like the corruption you was talking about with the with stocks. Like I heard that's how Zillow and Redfin was why they doing it. They driving everything up. So they can do it. You know what I mean?
They own it. And then you know what? I buy a house, but I don't use a loan. I don't do the loan thing. So, but every house that I buy and I try to sell never appreciates like a bank-owned home. Does that make sense? So if say we all went out and bought houses, right? Yeah. And I was the only one who got a mortgage and you all paid cash. Right. So I don't own my whole house. The house is 500. I got a loan. I may put 20 grand down, right? My house might go from 500 to 575, while your house, depending on how close it is to mine, will only appreciate like 0.25% of what mine did. But the bank-owned homes are flying up. Like you sell a home to a bank, that's 99.9%. You're gonna look back and the house is gonna go up 75K. I don't care how long you stayed in it. It's gonna go up 75K the first 3 months that you sold, maybe even less. Man. But if I bought the same house cash, the appreciation would be normal. It'd be like I bought it for 500, it's 525 maybe, then it's down to 514. Then I'm waiting on it again. I'm like, what's the difference? Oh shit! I got the deed to the house.
You straight own it. That's crazy to me.
That's insane.
So when these companies go in, and I know somebody from like Ally or something is gonna watch this.
Listen, we can care less. It's a podcast.
No. A lot of them be on my side. They be like, "Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right." I be telling people, but then it be the ones that be like, "No, I'm like, well, it's no way to prove it. Okay, but I'm buying a house and then try to see the appreciation. You see the appreciation on it versus, and not just normal appreciation, just versus a bank-owned home.
Man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we talking a lot of wealth here. Talking about buying your house straight out. Come on, man. We don't know nothing about that. Buying your house straight out. Well,
no. I'm not. No. When I say buying out, I'm talking like homes that need work, that need whatever. I'm not talking about nothing that I walk in and that motherfucker got like, counters. No, they don't have counters. I don't look for counters. Motherfucker got
okay.
It's a house down the street you can buy probably for like $100. It don't have a legit, and I ain't even being funny. I'm not even trying to make a joke. It legit has no floors in the house.
Oh, you don't need floors in the house.
It just has the truss. No, you're not floor. You
don't need floors.
You will walk in that house and go to the basement.
Yeah, that's how the houses of old were done.
It's a basement though, dog.
I'm still in that. That's how the houses of old were done.
Yeah, no floors. What you walk, you just
you just hit the ground. No.
And die there.
You learn to hover.
Yo, I'm gonna definitely find a reason to say that this week. The houses of old were done.
I'm about to sell my house, and my house went up. I ain't gonna say what it went up, but it went up crazy. The house, the price they talking about, I'm able to sell it for. I'm like, word. This house is a piece of shit.
Wow.
That's what they wanted for.
But then, did you see that thing in Texas? That lady got the appraisal, and it was low, and then she got the white boy to come in, and then it went up like 120 grand or some shit like that. Did you see that? Google that. Yeah, she was like, I was going to sell my home. I saw a lot of houses going up. The appraiser came in, gave me a quote. I was like, something was fishy because I was like, I thought the market's going up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So she got her girlfriend's boyfriend was white. So she said, all right, I'm going to do another appraisal and make it look like it's his house. And she got way more.
So I'm glad you said that. I'm about to go get, you mind doing it for me?
Oh, shit. That's 2 episodes in a row. You almost got slapped.
You're lighter than me.
Hey, man, leave that man alone, man. I got you. I get that too.
That's crazy.
Yo,
Yeah.
nah, but that was she was crying and everything on the news. I was like, damn. I was like, yeah,
You know how it is.
Yeah,
You know how it is.
That's that wealth gap. That's a whole nother joint. I ain't going into that right now, but that wealth gap, we're trying to change it with AMC. Well, with AMC is tricky. AMC this is going to be big. I just don't know what it's one of those plays I got in to make a good amount of money and then move on. But now it's getting to the point where, like, I don't know, you ever like a friend of yours take you somewhere and y'all supposed to just go to a party and then it turned into like, you know, you're in the ER and
shit,
went too far.
You're like, wait, I just
you wake up somewhere and you ain't supposed to be. Like, what the hell?
Never happened to me.
I just wanted to hear some music, but now it's like I'm like the end game seemed like something's got to give, and it's like, and the stuff that some of the other guys are talking, man, they're like, nah, we want these motherfuckers to bleed out. We don't want these hedge funds to have shit after this, and I'm like, nah, that's not why I got in this, players.
Yeah. They're gonna. Those guys are not gonna bleed out. They will bleed you out before they bleed out.
Yeah,
listen,
man.
We're gonna come to a middle ground. Either you take this or watch what happens.
Yeah, they trying to even find like, the SEC even trying to find a way to like blame the people who pump in the stock too. They're like, you know, but it's not illegal unless we pump it up and then not playing the hold, but we're holding, so it's not illegal. It's legal. But they're trying to find a way to come after us instead of the hedge funds. It's insane.
Why come
I got 2 words for you that you can give me a synopsis on. 2 words.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
GameStop.
All right. So just like AMC, the guy from Chewy, the CEO from Chewy, Ryan Cohen, he's the chairman of GameStop. So he's basically, that's like not me though. Let's just say somebody who's leading a revolution and for you and always in the chat rooms with you, all of a sudden becomes a chairman of a company that you've been trying to help. That's what happened with GameStop. So GameStop actually on paper looks way better than AMC in that realm. But AMC, okay, let me go back to GameStop because I'm getting off topic. GameStop has turned, instead of just brick and mortar stores, that doesn't matter anymore. The stores are kind of like, at this point, in my opinion, the stores are kind of like trophies or statues of what GameStop was, and they could stay up, they could stay operating. GameStop is a tech company, it's an ETF company, it's a crypto. They're going to have crypto. Right now, they got a blank piece of paper and they got enough money. I think they're waiting for the squeeze, but I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. But every 5 minutes, it's still over almost $100 a share. When I first heard of it, it was $3 a share. Wow. It's gone as high as almost, I think, 480, 483, almost 500. One time it spiked to like 6, but it didn't. It stayed there for like a second and then went back down. But no, GameStop is a tech company. And right now, AMC CEO Adam Aron, he's thinking about doing crypto. He already got a popcorn business that they're starting. The NFTs are doing very well as far as people buying new tickets. Batman did $250 million in a weekend. Spider-Man did $1 billion. Doctor Strange, I can already let's just predict the future.
Oh no, it's coming. Yeah,
it's in May. Yeah. It's going to do Avatar 2 in the fall.
Oh wow, that's fast.
The shorts, not fast. Oh, Avatar
2, dog.
Because I didn't see any. The reason why I say that is because I didn't.
Oh, you didn't see no previews and nothing, right?
Previews,
I'm
on that type stuff.
Nah, it got delayed.
Get up on top of your head. What
it's
you
been
mean,
10
boy?
years.
I get what he said. He been following it. He knew it was coming, but now we didn't get nothing yet. I think they try to keep it a secret because of all the James Cameron. He can get like governmental treatment to keep it, the story, the plot secret. So I think he wants to like some. And he said that this is the beginning of a series, like a beginning of like a whole world of Avatar. So this is, people are excited. Have you guys been to Adobe AMC, right? Like you saw Batman in Dolby for the first time. I never went in Dolby. I used to always go to IMAX. I just went in. And have you ever seen the Dolby theaters? You go in, the seats got speakers.
No. Where they do them at?
Bro,
North Carolina?
I'm in Concord Theater is a Dolby theater. I saw one. I think the Cherry Hill one has one, but I don't know their setup. Ew. But ours have reclining. Yeah. I'm sorry. I haven't.
Got to dodge a stabbing to get there.
I haven't been there in a while, man. Sorry, everybody.
It's all good.
But the one here, which is like the next town over, is Concord, and they have one. It's the first time I've ever been to one. I'm gonna explain it real quick. It was the seats vibrate, and it felt like you was in the Batmobile. Like the Batmobile car came on, and I jumped. I was like, "Fuck."
You shouldn't have told me that, because now I'm gonna find one and then just go take my wife there. So we can vibrate in the Batmobile.
Make sure it says Dolby. It's you get IMAX, Dolby, and then I think the regular one is digital. Dolby is like the screen should be like when the screen was on, it looked like it was off. Like that's the how dark the screen was. So then whenever something bright came on, it was just like almost blinding. Like it was insane. It was the best experience. It literally, I was already, because of the AMC thing, I was already like, on AMC, like being in number one, like, without even going to a movie.
Word.
because of the squeeze. It really, this squeeze, it doesn't matter how good the company's doing, but the company's actually doing well. They have over $1.8 billion liquid cash just to do whatever, to big the company up to do because of the run that we had last year.
I remember.
So the company is literally, they can do whatever. Right now they're doing popcorn, they're doing the NFTs, they're gonna try to introduce a crypto. It's so many positive things and then I went into that Dolby theater, and I'm usually the home guy. I like my LG. I'm usually sitting here with the surround sound. Bro. Nothing can top this. I go into that Dolby, and the seat started like, and then the car
that did it for you.
And then it was this scene where he's talking to the Riddler, and he bangs on the glass, and I was just like, all right.
We can't do the spoilers. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, we haven't seen it. We're going to see it, dude.
I'm seeing it next week with my wife. I got two more words for you, right?
Yeah.
I want to know what the NFT is.
You want to know what an NFT is? A non-fungible token?
No, yeah.
You don't want no fungible in your token?
You know what? Dude, I don't know what it means. Wait. I can explain NFT.
Explain, please.
NFT was born because of that stunt factor that people like to do online. Like when I buy J's, I like Jordans. I love Jordans. I like Jordans are really, if I was to walk in a store and somebody was like to sell me, like it was like Target and the motherfucker came out, I was like, I got these J's, and they was like right there. He got me. I'm like, all right, let's go out back. Let's see what we can. I love Jordans, right?
Y'all gotta have a Jordan off.
So yo. NFTs, the value of the way they buy those Jordans, if they come out $150 and then they get scalped by scalpers and then they get sold for $1,000 because they're rare, you know what I mean? It's because you can't go in the store and get them. That's NFT really piggybacked off that idea. The Supreme idea, people, when Supreme pop-ups come up and people get a Supreme hoodie and they pay $1,000 or something like that for a Supreme hoodie. NFTs really saw that market where they were upping things 400%, and they just piggybacked off of it. So they create events and moments. Like if LeBron bang on somebody, they take a picture and make it an NFT. And then they take that picture and they say, okay, I'm the only one who owns it. So it's a non-fungible token that if you buy it, I get a commission when you buy it. I get the original commission because you bought it off me. Then you own it. Then if somebody buys it, I get a commission too. Right. You don't get nothing. You sell it to someone else. Then I get paid again. Then somebody sells it again. And then NFTs really partners with the metaverse. The metaverse is really this whole fad of, the scalpers buying stuff and people paying top dollar for it. The metaverse is basically saying, all right, we have a marketplace that's like, if you go to the internet literally and you want to buy stuff, you need money, you need crypto. And then when you want to furnish your home, you need art, NFTs. And then when the NFT is, some of these NFTs are both, they're just regular. But the real ones, when you see them in the metaverse, some of them come alive. Some of them they spin. Some of them do graphics. Some of them you put them in and they'll decorate your home. And then what I'm saying right now, that's probably old because I'm up on the NFT stuff. But that was when I was introduced. I saw that.
So
now it's like they're doing more things with them, man.
So I'm guessing
it's crazy.
The whole thing with the NFT is getting us prep. It's getting us prep because right now we're in our phones. I'm guessing it's getting us prep for when we really dive heavy into virtual realities. Like,
yeah, He got the Oculus, right? I saw Somebody got the Oculus. Try this game, Lone Echo 2. Have you ever heard of that?
Echo too? Nah.
Yo,
that's
you
not a porn game, right?
Oh, nah.
Nah. That's the only thing I'm looking for in the metaverse.
Hold on, hold up, baby. He was playing. He joking.
Oh, the kid's not there, right?
Yes, bro.
Oh, I'm about to say. Oh my gosh. It was a complete joke.
Nah, we good. We good. Hold on, I do a test. Fuck, shit, ass, dick, balls, pussy, everything. Okay. This is a test. They're not there.
Nice.
Oh. Nah.
Oh, I'm about to say, we can only see that thing. Oh my god.
Nah, you good. Nah. But Lone Echo too. I was a robot last night for probably like 4 hours, bro. I'm on a spaceship and I'm going through a spaceship, fixing it. I'm in space. I'm talking. I'm a robot. You look at your hands. You're a robot hands. You see through them. You're just in this whole. It's immersive, And then you got these characters. They look 3D, 3-dimensional. It's just, it's insane, man. I don't know if it's on just the Oculus because I play through my PC, so I don't know if you need like a computer to play it. But I think you don't. I don't know. But
I think that's what Elon Musk is talking about. He's talking about you being able to load your consciousness up into.
They were able to merge somebody's brain with a computer.
They've been talking about that
since. You got to be careful with Elon. I love Elon. I like some of the stuff he say, but some of the stuff is just it'd be too light. He's a salesman, So a lot of the stuff that I try to talk about stuff I experienced. Sometimes I think he'd be too far in the future. And like as far as the Roadster, he's been talking about that since 2015, and he's like, it's coming this year, and he makes a killing. People literally line up to do pre-orders for it, and the car hasn't even been out yet. I don't think it's out yet. The Cybertruck, he showed that's not out yet. He keeps and you know what I'm hearing, that the government be stopping him, and he's got a lot of, but it's like I don't know about pumping something and then he's got the humanoids now. It's supposed to be these robots, and
I'm cool.
It's just the stock price be moving, but he's still getting shorted too. His stock price is not. It's not. He's selling so many cars. His stock price is not reflecting what the business is doing at all. That's a $3,500 stock. Tesla is a $3,500 to $4,500 company. Anybody want to argue that with me? You're crazy. They're a $1 trillion company, and they just came out. They just started like 2015, 2016 at $17 a share.
Wow.
And they're a trillion. They're catching Apple. What is 2.5 or 3 trillion? Microsoft is 2.5. He's a trillion. He's there.
That's crazy.
He's $1 trillion, and he was shorted. Tesla was AMC once upon a time, but Elon Musk, as the CEO, as the owner and CEO, he was like me promoting it. He was like, no, they're shorting it. They're doing naked shorts. No one listened to the now richest man in the world. So a lot of stuff, I know a lot of people be like speculating. They be like, this play is this and that. Say what you want. It's been done. It's not something it's not, what's the word? Like, I'm okay, humanoid robots. We don't have those yet. That's something that we're hoping that we have. That's speculation. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I want to add this I want to add this. I want to add this real quick. I want to say this because I think I'm responsible to say this. Ortex. Have you ever heard? Ortex is basically a company that gets data. They get data from each company. So if you want to look at a stock and you want to see what the shorts are doing or whatever, right now AMC is at 100% utilization. So what that means is every share that they borrowed is actively going towards the stock right now. So it's active. There shouldn't be no more shares to make the stock price fall. The stock price has fell 18% in the last week. So where are they getting those shares from? When you have 100% utilization, you know what that means? That means 100% of whatever you have is used up. So if that's the case, 100%. So if you got 100% of Jordans are just owned by Kevin, he owns them. I got to come to him to get J's, right? But then I see somebody he didn't sell it to rocking J's. What is that?
Fake. Fake news. Absolutely fake. Yeah. Synthetic.
And then OBV. You see OBV. If the stock price is here, OBV's up here. OBV tracks when people buy and sell. OBV should match the stock price because stocks fall when people sell. So they're using fake shares. They're using fake shares. They're using dark pools to manipulate the stock to drive it down. And they're using the powers that they have, which is a lot, to push it down. And they did this with VW. They did this for years. Bernie Madoff, his whole thing, he got arrested. We thought it was over. No, they took payment for order flow, and then they made Robinhood. And Robinhood's supposed to steal from the rich, give to the poor, but they do the opposite.
Oh, my gosh. Let me get rid of mine right now. Let me see. I'm down.
No. What you can do is you can take your shares and you can transfer them to Fidelity and tell Fidelity. And here's what anybody who's listening and has shares or anything in stock related, and you want to make sure your shares are real, call your broker and say, where are my shares? I would like to make sure my shares cannot be lent out. I don't want my shares to be used. I don't want them to be manipulated. I want them to be just mine. And if I buy more, I want them to go to the lit exchange. And Fidelity is the only way you can do it right now.
I got two more questions for you.
Yeah.
Okay. The first one is what we was talking about earlier, and I just wanted to circle back to it because I know we was talking about it earlier. Dogecoin. What do you think about that?
Yeah. Okay. When Dogecoin is almost like, imagine I had a car, right? And I'm telling you that the transmission is effed up, right? So there's a fault, right? But the car, everybody's relying on it. Everybody loves the car. It looks good. It's having people laugh. We having a ball, but the transmission is messed up. Dogecoin's transmission is 50. I think it's like 50 billion coins are made every year. So what does that do? It takes the price and makes it go. It's not. If you make 50 million something that's priceless every year, it's not priceless. So it's hard for the price to rise when people are buying and coins are being utilized and used, but we keep getting new coins. So Dogecoin, a lot of people always question Elon Musk, like, why'd you use Dogecoin? He said because he liked the fact that it was a coin that was supposed to make fun of coins, and he wanted it to be better than the best coin, Bitcoin. So it's one of them things. It was supposed to be made as a joke, but it got like that car. I told you got a bad transmission, but we all love it, and we want you. And you're like, yo, we going cross country and this, and I'm like, dude, why? No, don't you got, let's use your truck. Let's use this other thing. We could catch a plane, bro. Let's not do that. There's other means, So that's what people were yelling at Elon, but he's like, no, this is the coin. And Dogecoin's going to be number one. And no, I'm not going back. So he's like stubborn. And it's like, but bro, 50 billion a year. I don't care. Everybody buy it up every year. Like, that's not possible, because every time we fight here's the things you have to fight with crypto. Whales. You know what a whale is? A whale is somebody who owns like a majority of the coins. So you got 100%. This motherfucker might own in crypto, 18 or 20% is a lot. So at that 30, 40% is a lot. So whenever those whales sell, convert, like I told you before, you can take Bitcoin and convert it, the price goes down. So we're fighting whales. We're fighting 50 billion coins being made. So going into circulation. When you look at a crypto, you want to make sure it doesn't have too many coins in circulation. The more coins, the cheaper the price. That's why you see certain cryptos that are zero. It's this one called Red FEG. Is follow me, 0.801. So if I pay $10, I got like a billion of them or some shit like that. Like, so that it's too many in circulation. You need a coin. Bitcoin, for example, there's only a certain amount of Bitcoin. We're about to come to the end of where the last Bitcoin will be mined. Bitcoin mining mean take a block, right? Is one Bitcoin is a block. When you use a computer to mine it, you're breaking down that block to create one Bitcoin. So there's only like 22 million Bitcoin, but all of them are being minted and being blocked. That's why the price shot up, because there's less of them.
Right.
Just like God rest his soul, Virgil passed. All my Jordan LV, they're like the price is going up because he's not going to make another one.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Even I didn't mean to bring him up as an example, but you get what I'm saying? Like the LVs, it's something that you might want to hold on to. Somebody say, hey, I give you 1,000 for them. I give you 2,000. You might want to be like, no, I'm good. I'll wait out because 2030, I don't think these LVs are going to be worth no $1,000. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you know, so it's the same thing with crypto. But crypto's imagine that ramped up times 10 because people are buying so many millions. You got 50,000 or 50 million coins that hit the market, right? And 50 million people buy it. So there's not the amount of coins in circulation is low. So what happens to the price? The price goes to the moon. That's it.
Man.
That's a good segue for AMC. We bought the float. Adam Aaron came out and put on paper that we own 90% of the float. So in crypto, like I just told you, so retail investors, people like me, we own 90% of the company. But wait, listen, the price keeps going down because of what? They using synthetic shares. They have those duplicate titles. They keep using those to tell us we're not stupid because we figured it out. We're not stupid. You're using fake shares to push our price down. And it's a game of who will give up first. They got money. So they're gonna wait for us to look at those and say, oh, I need to sell my AMC. They're waiting because they need those shares, those real shares that we hold to cover. They can't cover unless those shares and that's why they're at 100% utilization, meaning there's no more shares to borrow. And then they're trying to tell us 10. If we own 90, they're telling us 10% of the amount of shares is controlling the price. That's bullshit.
BS.
They printed it. They took the price all the way from 72 down to where it is today off of synthetics because no one sold. You'd be crazy. You'd be crazy to sell if you had enough of it.
All right,
and
so
that's on me.
So I got one core question, but I don't want to. I was about to say I don't want to take up y'all question.
Did I answer your question? Because your question was
I just want to know how you felt about
Dogecoin. But that's what I said. It's too many of them. It's too many. And when it was created, the creator of Ethereum, they gave him 50% of it. No, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm wrong. That's correction. That was Shiba Inu. They gave the creator, Shiba Inu, the creator of Ethereum. I can't say his name. It's like some foreign name, but he created Ethereum, and then when they was creating Shiba, he helped them create it on Ethereum's blockchain. So they gave him 50%. He took most of that and donated it to India during COVID.
Oh wow!
So the price fell, but then the price shot up because people knew what he did, and he promised that he would hold the rest. And then the price shot up, and now it's kind of fluctuating. But there's still so many on the market. There's too many on the market. So that's why Sheeb's a tough one. But I still hold some. But that's the same with Doge. But think about it. Dogecoin creates 50 billion coins a year. That you can't keep up with that.
That's too many.
That's too many.
And my last question is, and I'm at this point, I'm just kind of throwing out words.
Yeah.
I just want to know what you think about them.
Yeah.
S&P 500.
Oh, the SPY. The S&P 500. Now you have an ETF that's called the SPY. It's made up of all the 500 companies, the top companies in the United States. So that makes up. So it makes up a price. Right now, I think we had a high of like 460 or something like that, and then all of a sudden it went down. But you got to remember now, this is it's a part one, part theory, and part I see the fuckery. The reason that the last time the S&P dipped this much was when we first found out about COVID. It dipped 30%. Right now, it's down somewhere around like 14%. I don't have it up, but it's down. I think it's down like 14%. And so that's like almost as bad as COVID because of this war and because of Omicron, because that's when it started. Okay. So that's the SPY that makes up the S&P 500. And the S&P 500, all of those companies, that's like Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Amazon's got a 20 for 1. I want to say that. So if you buy one share of Amazon, they're going to break it up for 20 for you. So you buy one share, they're going to do a 20 for 1. So that's and it's almost $3,000. So you put $3,000 in, you get 20 shares, and in hopes that each share goes back to $3,000. You get it? So
that's crazy.
Yeah. But I just had to throw that out there because I thought about it. But and that should help the S&P 500 because it's positive. It'll bring more volatility, people coming in and buying. So that's good. But yeah, it makes up all of the top companies, the 500. Tesla just got in it. And they were right under $1 trillion, and they got denied, and then they got that's my daughter. Hey, babe.
I was about to say,
And, alert, we can't say bad words. Can't say bad words. No, I'm just no. But the S&P, yeah, and to get it, I don't want to get. No, I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to say that.
No, you
but
have to go into everything for these.
I can't.
Don't know.
All right, okay. So I feel like the S&P 500 are the companies that are amazing. Don't get me wrong; they're the ones that hold up our economy, and they're whatever. But I feel like the only reason Tesla didn't get in it was because he was upset about the short selling. The guy Overstock, the CEO of Overstock, he did the same thing, and a lot of those people get blackballed to not get in that S&P 500 when they're companies that were boosted completely. Like there's another company. Oh, did you guys hear about Digital World?
No.
Digital World is they're trying to, Trump got kicked off of Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because his dumbass got kicked off of Twitter, he partnered with this company called Digital World to make a social media where you have freedom of speech or whatever, right?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So me, this is where I'll put this out there. I got weak. I'm watching AMC. I'm doing this and doing that. And I knew Digital World was going to be a distraction because they've been doing that since we've been in this play. They'll take companies and news and they'll pump them and they'll want us to sell our shares to jump in that. Does that make sense? So it's like you're holding on to something that is going to blow. And this was like the whole fall they kept doing this. Digital World, the regular company, the warrants is basically a piece of paper that says you're in line to get a share. A fund, which is another company, it's another tech company, they all shot up. Digital World warrants went up 2,000%. I put $1,000 in it, went to sleep. I woke up and I was like, what the fuck, right? And I felt bad because I was telling everybody don't, because it's Trump, because it's this. But then one night I was in like a group, like we're talking right now, but I was talking to some people that are YouTubers, right? And they were like, I was the only one that wasn't in it. So they're all like, and they're like, no, F Trump, but dude.
Money's money.
Money's money. I don't.
White boy hit me like that. He was like, I don't like Trump. I hate everything he's about. But he was like, dude. He's like, every redneck. He said, all these. I'm not gonna say what we're on the podcast, but it's like all these no tooth white people gonna be in there buying up this stock. It's gonna run, right? Just fuck your feelings, So I was just like, all right. So and it was the same. Yeah. It's, it's the same week that I was showing my wife how to day trade, like how to like do swing trades and how to whatever. So I was like, damn, this will be a good lesson, right? So I took $1,000, I put it in there. I woke up and it shot up to 2,000%. But usually when you trade like that, you don't want to. You gotta kind of predict when it's going to get halted. So I sold, I think around like. It started out like, hold on. Oh, thank you, babe. Shrimp. I'll take shrimp. Yeah. And a smoothie.
Me too, shrimp.
Lobster, steak. Then we get a little bit of everything. But on the side.
Yeah. She wrote me a note, shrimp tempura rolls. All right, I'll take hell yeah, shrimp tempura rolls. They just missing me, that's all. All right, but so and a smoothie. I'm a smoothie king. Shout out to Smoothie King. Okay, so I'm supposed to in the morning. I'm supposed to show her how to day trade and swing trade, and day trading is basically you got to have an account over 25K, and you can basically go in and out of trades as much as you want. And they're trying to stop that, where they're trying to like the T2 and the T1 and the T3, where your money clears and all that. They're trying to make it easier so we all can have day trading ability, but whatever. So I'm getting everything prepped the night before to show her in the morning, and then I was just like, fuck Trump, but I'm gonna get in this. I'm just curious to see where. So I didn't buy the stock. I bought a warranty. A warranty is basically a piece of paper, like I said before, that says when a stock becomes available, you get it. You get it. So, or you have the option to sell at a higher price or whatever. So it's basically when you're buying a digital like that, I just see it as a stock, whatever. So I'm on my Webull account, which I fucks with Webull, but Webull is still payment for order flow. But I like Webull because their charts are like super accurate. They're a delay, but everybody gets a delay. Everybody gets a 2-hour delay. So whatever. So I put 1,000 in. I wake up because the stock market actually, a lot of people think it opens at 9:30, but it really opens at 4 in the morning. On Webull, you can trade at 4 in the morning. So I'm up. No lie. I put the money in $1,000 at like 8 at night, maybe 9. Went to sleep. It was at like 18 something, 18,000. I forget, but 18 something, right? And overnight, right? So it shot up, and then it did one of these, like a nosedive. So I end up making like $8,000, right? So I take the 8,000 out, right? And here's the fuckery part. I take it out, and I'm looking at the charts. The charts are like just hovering at a certain price, right? I can't remember the price on hand because I don't fuck with the stock no more. The price is just hovering. This is where people fuck up. And this is like to answer your question about Dogecoin too. The price it's hot right there. And the price is just, it's almost like it's teasing you. It's like, I could go up, I could go down, I could go up.
No, sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
It's him, man.
I hear Kev breathing
So
so loud.
listen, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I held my breath for a second, like, is that me? And then I was like, nah, that's Darth Vader over there in the fucking right corner.
I'm sorry. I'm almost 40. I'm getting fat.
Yo, we got good mics, so you can't hear it, but Kev's like this.
Yeah, like I hear him, like he's trying to clean his glasses or some shit.
And it's so distracting.
Okay, I'm back up where I'm like,
I held my breath. I'm glad that you said that. I held my breath. And I was like, what the?
I'll be breathing on the mic too, but download that NVIDIA, man. It gets that out of there, man. That NVIDIA app. No, I'm fucking with you. But yo, so real quick, that was funny, yeah. So it's this what the stock do. This is what Dogecoin did the night Elon was on SNL. Dogecoin shot up it from 40 cents all the way up to 70, almost going into 80 cents, right? So when you're on the sideline with, I only put $1,000 into this thing. I got $8,000, almost $9,000. So I'm thinking like, I've never done this before, like to throw that much money into one play just out of nowhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to double my shit. Lost it almost all. I was like, I had to get on crypto. It just fell. It almost like it was waiting for my money.
That's crazy.
Like I was like, it was, and then let me tell you why I did it, because I got my wife up to shit because I was like, you got to see the 4 in the morning, whatever run and all that till 7, because a lot of people you can make really good money if you got something that's hot at 4 in the morning till the market open. And a lot of times what I'll do on Webull, I'll watch something run like that, right? And I'll hop in, grab 10% and get out. And then when the market opens, a lot of times it'll fall immediately. Right. Like it'll be 4 in the morning. Boop, 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 boop. 9 o'clock will come. It'll go, huh? And then 9:20, and then 9:30. You know, okay, and if you've been up since 4 in the morning, and it's 9:30, and you didn't get enough sleep, or sometimes I'll be up all night trading. You like, you know what? I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna go. I got all these trades going, and you'll lose a lot of fucking money because you never know something. And this is not Apple stock. This is not. A lot of times it'll be, and I don't recommend this until you get like to where you know this shit, like you know the Eagles, like you know your favorite football team, or like the back of your hand, or just something that you just know, you know, like a car that you love, you know the parts, you know what they make, you know how it ride, you know, some shit. You got to get into the stock market where it's like you're almost a fanatic of it. Like it's like you kind of like when you lose money, you get hungry to make money again. Like you kind of tell yourself like, oh, I'm gonna make this back. Like I'm gonna do that. You know, it gets addictive, but if you stick with that 1% rule, you're fine. But like I didn't follow my rule. You know, I did kind of because I wasn't too bad, but I never just jumped YOLO into something I have no clue really about. I'm just going off a hype because Trump is supposedly this. And then I got my wife. She's like, grab that, you know, whatever you get off of that. This is my first day doing this shit. Grab that shit, you know. And then we did it. And then I was like, well, you learned a good lesson.
You always learn your lesson from your losses. Always.
I was like, because days like that don't be all the time. You know, it'd be maybe once every 3 months, you know. It's not all the time, but on Webull you can find some stuff. And it depends on how you look at the market. You know what I mean?
Word.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, that's kind of all
bro.
the questions that I had.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That was good information.
Yeah, we
That was a lot of information.
Yeah.
I start talking, man. Yo, the
behind
same
the
way I'm
scenes
talking to y'all, I'm gonna get off the phone and talk to my wife the same way. Yeah, I'm swearing. I talk to them, my kids. I
You
be
gotta have a
I be
I'm
just
about to say that translates.
Yeah.
That translates though. That's different because like
Yep.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
education and that turns into some.
Yo, my daughter be yelling Roblox. She tells all the kids. She says, "Put your money in Roblox. Put your money in Roblox." That's
They
my
got a currency,
9-year-old.
right?
No, yeah, they got their own currency. They got
Yeah.
Robux.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
just
That's
like
the thing.
just like Fortnite with V-Bucks, Epic. They got V-Bucks. You know, so Roblox. She loves Roblox.
Man.
You know, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Started
insane.
early.
Yeah, I know. Get it started early.
Financial literacy.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
real.
I think we can come back to these because I still got stuff that I got to do research on and I want to ask you. So I think we should definitely do this again.
Part 2.
Do a part 2, yeah, because
Yeah,
there's
I
a
will,
lot of
definitely.
stuff.
Should link outside of this and
I'm gonna really tell y'all,
Stuff,
not no bullshit, yo. I don't know if y'all ever was waiting for something that was already set up, like somebody, whether you like income taxes or something, or like something you did what you were supposed to do,
Right.
and then you're just waiting for it to hit the account already. That's what this AMC shit is. And I'm only saying that I'm not financial advisor. I'm
Yeah, you
not
gotta tell them
licensed to
that.
do this.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, it's a hobby. I do 1% and I like it. It's all fun. It's all fun, man. That's it. It's all I got the AMC on my back. It's all fun. I love it. You know what I mean? But right now with AMC, anybody who's in this play and that really knows about it, it's like that. I did everything I needed to do. I'm just waiting for them to write my check and deposit it in my account. That's it. We did what we had to do.
Word.
That's it.
Hey, put the money in the account.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I think that's it for
We
us.
gonna
And
wrap
we
it.
were your host.
Yeah, that was fun, man.
As always, Drake,
Yeah.
bring us out. Look the right way when you introduce.
That's why I'm looking at him like-
look the right way when you bring us out.
I don't
We're-
like you.
We were your host,
I'm cool, Kev.
Kevin Durant.
and I'm Andre, and I want to thank our guests.
G Lambo, yeah.
My man.
Hey, my
Win
dog.
Lambo, G Lambo. You know what it is.
There you go. All
Yeah,
right.
man.
Peace.
Word. Peace.
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 Tanner talk forward. Go get this shit.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the Opinionated Podcast. If you love today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, 5 stars. We don't want nothing less. If you're an artist, inspired actress, a songwriter, an author, or you're doing something that's interesting and you want to be a guest on our show, please email us at opinionatedpodcastddk@gmail.com. That's opinionatedpodcastddk@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a blessed day.